Like they started watching, they're like, that's not a kid's show. But it's, it was hard to, they didn't market it properly, I don't feel like. Because also when it came out, I feel like if it came out now, with all these shows like Bob's Burgers and, Adventure Time and all that, there's kind of weird kind of edge of the entertainment spectrum shows, like, was it the regular show and stuff like that, it would hit. I feel like it would hit. But it came out at a time when there wasn't that. And it was like, even when I auditioned for it, I'm like, what does an alien frog sound like? I'm sitting there staring at the page and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do for this. And so I just went in there and I was like, okay, I like to build Gundam and I've got a big head and a small body and I don't know what I'm doing on this planet, I like cow flesh! So, and then it stuck, so, I don't know, but... And they liked it, but yeah, so originally I was Kululu, but we switched that. I was Kululu for the test episode, but then we switched it up. Any other questions while I'm thinking about it? Yes?
Can you do a little voice acting for us?
Do a little voice acting, who would you like to hear? Natsu? I go in and record Fairy Tale a lot. In fact, we just finished episode 165. And when we get to episode 175, I'm going to breathe fire. So that's what I'm going to do. When we finish 175, I'm going to learn how to breathe fire, and we're going to go after we record it, and I'm going to breathe fire. Because I got the tattoo after 100 episodes. So that's what I'm doing. Yes.
When is the next Fairy Tale episode going to be released in Funimation?
I just get behind the mic and do it. I don't know when they release it. They just tell me they're going to. Yes, in the back with the fez.
Okay, so you would totally bake by day if you would just say pasta from Italy.
Pasta! Yes.
How did your audition go for Italy?
Oh, my audition. Okay, so that's an epic tale actually, because originally I didn't know what that show was going to be about. I didn't know that it was this kind of like Monty Python-y type show. So I learned all the accents. I just learned all the realistic versions of all the accents. And so when I go in and record when I go in for the audition, I just did the realistic version of the accents. And the director who directed at the time was not forthcoming with a lot of information, so he just let me do it. So that's why, in the end, I got England, and I was originally in England for the first season. So the guy that was Italy dropped out because he didn't agree. He didn't like the way the show, the subject matter, and the way it kind of, everyone got made fun of in the show, but he didn't like that. So he dropped out. And so they needed someone to be Italy. So then it came down to me, and it came down to Vic. And we auditioned for 3 weeks for the role of Italy. Now the show's late. It's behind schedule because we're doing this. Vic and I are going back and forth, back and forth. I know he's auditioning for it. We're sitting there like not telling each other we're auditioning for this show, even though we know each other. And so I go in, and they're like, okay, give me your Italy voice. And I said, well, it's going to sound like Mario. And he goes, great, that's what we want. And I go, let's go, it's me, Mario. And so he goes, just pitch it up a little bit. And I go, okay, how about this? And then they liked it, and I got that, and Vic got Grease. So that's how that happened. Yeah. Let's see, yes?
Could you say, like, something about symmetry and Death the Kid?
Wait, I got a perfect thing. The toilet paper is not folded in triangles. Do you know that?
Yes.
Is that what your nurse mom told you? So I'm going to say what you said. Something about symmetry is Death the Kid. Okay, next question. Let's see. Who has it? Yes.
Who's the favorite character, or who's the favorite character that you've ever voice acted as?
Well, if I'm going to get body art for a character, then your favorite's got to be Natsu if you're going to get a Fairy Tale tattoo. It just has to be. And it hurt. And if you haven't seen the process of getting that done, we finished episode 100, and then we went to a tattoo parlor, and Funimation filmed it and all that kind of stuff. And it's online. It's on YouTube. If you look up, I guess, Todd Haberkorn tattoo, you'll see it. They filmed the whole process and the needle.